Well, here we are again. Just headed out for another adventure. It is currently about 3:05 a.m. and I'm headed out to the Mima Falls or Mima Falls trailhead, depending on how you say it. I heard there was a meteor shower tonight, or rather this morning. I think they said the height of it was, best time was to go out at like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm headed out for a run in the woods. And as per usual, unfortunately, let's check out my partner here. It's a little dark, but I'll just let you know. There's no one in the car with me, so headed out by myself on another wild adventure. I've had a lot of people ask me in the past, you know, hey Scott, like, why do you go out by yourself? Why do you go snorkel in the Puget Sound by yourself? Why do you go hike? Why do you go run? Why do you do all these things by yourself? And to be quite honest, the reason I do a lot of this by myself is because, frankly, there's not too many people, percentage-wise, of the population who wants to get up in the middle of the night or go out in freezing cold water and you know, gotta be to work here at 7:30 a.m. today, so it takes a little bit of sacrifice. Anyway, hope you have a good day, and hopefully you will enjoy some of this content. Well, I made it out to the Mima Falls trailhead. Just pulling in now. I'm assuming I'm probably the only one here, but you never know. Every once in a while there's someone else crazy around. I stopped for a little bit to see if I could see any shooting stars out of one of my favorite dark places along the way. But here we are. It is now about 3:33. So I'm gonna hop out and get this trail going. Well, I am about to start on my journey here out at the Mima Falls trailhead, and let's get this thing started. So as I was running here, number one, as I started to review this footage, I realized that the GoPro, it's kind of hard for low light. Maybe some of you who do cinematography could help me out. But even having my headlight on bright, it was kind of hard to get good graphics. So although I recorded most of my run, probably going to alter this a little bit, pick out some of the best footage. But forgot to start my Garmin watch. Gonna get a satellite real quick here, or positioning. Alright, here we go. I know this starts out a little bit slow, but bear with me and we'll get some fun details and get to see a little bit of what I saw during the hike as we get going here. So this trail I am actually quite familiar with. This is the Mima Falls trail. On this event I decided to take the campground loop that goes out toward Margaret McKinney. I think if you do this loop and you make the branch off to the falls and back, it's about 6.5 miles or something like that. Anyway, I feel quite confident on this trail just because I'm very familiar with it. I grew up, my dad would take me hiking out here, so I have fond memories waking up early, sometimes before the sun would be up, and coming out here and kind of getting to watch dawn break, looking for animals. And my dad would always be telling me, if we're quiet, then we'll probably end up seeing more. Maybe that was his way of having some peace and quiet, but we also had great conversation. Anyway, I will let you guys take a look and see what we can find on this trail. One thing I would say is when you're running by yourself at night, you have your senses heightened. Right up here, just heard a little sound, and it was actually, it was just a little mouse. I turned to look at it, but you can't really see it on camera, but you'll see here in just a minute. I'm kind of running by, and then all of a sudden I kind of pause, look off to the side, just to see what's there, because I have run into all sorts of critters out in the woods, some big, some small. But yeah, right up here, all of a sudden I heard something in the bushes. I couldn't see him on the camera, so I just kept going. So here I decided to speed up this film. I figure you don't want it to be too boring. Long dark trail. At this point there was nothing too exciting. Like I said, it's pretty dark on the GoPro. But up ahead I did run into some excitement. So stay tuned and check it out. See what I ran into up on the trail. I think that's enough. I'm going to cut this part short here. And in this segment, I decided to go about 25 times faster. It is a beautiful trail during the day, but I just wanted to get ahead to where I had a couple of eyeballs staring back at me. I don't know if you've ever been out in the woods, have your headlamp on, and you look ahead, and all of a sudden you realize, oh, there is something looking back at me. And depending on what kind of animal it is, you'll have a different reflection. So sometimes that's helpful just to calm you down. Well, if you're from the Pacific Northwest, you know that they do harvests kind of in cycles for wood. I'm out here, started running through Capitol Forest at about 3:30 this morning. That's where I came from, and I'm familiar with this trail, so I can tell you where I'm about to go. This used to all be forest. I'll see if I can show that tree. They left one single tree, so it's all by itself out there, and the rest looks like darkness probably to you guys for the most part, because it's now barren in this little area. But they replant and replenish, so give it a few years, it will be back. Anyway, just wanted to check in and share a little bit. Here is a picture I took with my cell phone, kind of off to the right of that area. That single tree was off to the left of here, but looks pretty nice. Alright, I'm out here in Capitol Forest. It is the middle of the night. Got some eyes shining back at me. I'm going to turn this camera around and see if I can capture it at all, whatever it might be. And the camera can't really get it to capture and can't hold it still enough. So that is now one eyeball. But whatever's over there, oh, it's been checking me out periodically. So anyway, Looks like it looked away. I'm gonna keep running. I'm walking by where those eyeballs were. I'm not sure what kind of animal's up there, so anyway, I thought I would keep this camera rolling just in case. Whatever it is.
It's funny because you might be able to tell what it is while I was out there at night. At this point, I still could not tell at all. I feel like it's a little bit easier on the camera footage here.
Well, the mystery has revealed itself. It's always interesting when you got eyeballs staring at you. If you can see them right to the left of that log. But as I got closer here in the night, I don't know why it won't focus right on that, so it kind of messes up the view. But try one more time here. Looks like it looked away, but it is a deer. Looks like the sun is starting to come up. Thought I'd pan that direction. Got out this way, just the beginnings of the morning, and looks like some sort of, I think it's probably a planet, really bright light down there right at the horizon. Anyway, so far it's been a beautiful morning, and I'm going to continue on my journey out here in Capitol Forest on my run.
Here's a picture that I took with my cell phone where I had just been panning to show. Obviously the phone brightened it up for us.
Well, I made it out to Mima Falls. Not a huge waterfall, but brings back lots of memories. I grew up coming out here to Mima Falls with my dad as a kid. We would frequently wake up early in the morning and we'd hike out here. So anyway, had a good run so far. Got to see some animals, beautiful stars out tonight. And I'm gonna keep going because I gotta get home, get ready for work. So I'm still by the Mima Falls, and I just had to share one of my favorite signs out here. I'm not going this way today, but I always love warnings like this when I'm out on the trails. Anyway, basically, good luck getting help if you head that way. The creek feeding the falls is right here. Got a log going across it. And got the bridge heading on. You can do, quite frankly, hundreds of miles out here in Capitol Forest. Some of the trails, in recent years, they're a lot better marked. When I was growing up, it was kind of like, if you didn't know where you were going, you probably didn't want to go out here. But now, things are a lot better. It's more developed. Most of the trails are marked, and if you have a good GPS and app, you know, obviously you should always familiarize yourself with the area. But a lot of the stuff that is here now is quite doable. Like I said, I mean, they have signs throughout the trail that kind of lead and guide you. You can look at where you are and where you want to go. Anyway, I'm going to start heading back now. Well, I'm on my way back from Mima Falls. You know, I just thought I would share a little bit for those of you who maybe aren't from Washington. Got this nice banana slug here. Pretty good size, probably about 6 or 7 inches. Anyway, I will let this guy continue on his journey, and I will continue my journey through the woods. Like this nice archway above the trail here. Pretty welcoming. My GoPro decided to die out a little bit. So looks like the rest of this run will only be monitored by my cell phone camera if I see something interesting. Well, just thought I'd share. Dawn is breaking, and still kind of hard to see this area, but there's a beautiful valley here. It's just full of green. All the birds are chirping now. You can hear the stream down below. Just super peaceful. Coming up the trail here, saw this guy. Nice snail crossing the trail. Anyway, let's let him go. Sun is coming up. Just wanted to share the sounds of nature. I am almost back to the parking lot. And here we are, arriving back at the beginning of the parking lot where we started. Dark and early this morning. Looks like we're still the only people here. The birds are going nuts. The sun's coming up. And that's the end. Until our next adventure. Just headed home. Thought I'd share some of the views after the morning run. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Sometimes when you wake up early, you see things that other people don't. Like I'm always telling my kids, you're never gonna see what you're not looking for. Anyway, hope you all have a good day. I hope you all enjoyed this video and joining me for a night adventure. If there is somewhere that you would like me to check out around the Western Washington, primarily down around the Olympia area and within an hour there, feel free to let me know and I will keep adventuring. Get out there and have some fun.